What are the top 5 videos that small businesses can be creating to help their business? Stick around, I'm going to give you my top 5. This is Jacob of Jacob LE Video Production, and my first pick is videos for your web page, preferably on the home page. And the reason you want to do this is people tend to spend twice as much time on pages with video on them. And that is incredibly important, both for people being more familiar with your brand and your story and how you can help them, but also for Google's ranking as well. They care about how much time people are spending on a site, because if people spend a short amount of time and bounce back and go to another site, that's bad, you've lost them, but Google will think they didn't really find what they're looking for, they didn't really take the time to stick around, so it isn't a good result, will serve up someone else's web page more so in the future. And you can tell your brand story, you want to keep it generally to a minute or two, but it really depends on what you're trying to convey. But you do want to keep it centered around your customer and what you can do for them, their goals. You can include testimonials in it as well. So that is my number 1 pick that people can do. The second, you want to create a lot of these, but is creating videos that are about how-to or answering questions you get all the time. And the nice thing, if you have a lot of blog posts, you can take this content and turn it into videos, and that will give people the option. You can embed it in your blog posts, and they can watch the video on your blog if they feel like doing that instead of reading, or they can read it as well. But it just builds a lot more connection. There's a lot of the scammy websites, and they're not going to have informational videos showing their face with the brand. It creates that personal connection. It builds a lot of trust. You can do this on a YouTube channel, which is great, and then be embedding it into your blog as well. So that is my second pick. Third one is testimonial videos. People love learning other clients' experience, what it's like doing business with them, how the product has helped out other people just like them. And really with this, these can be, just with phone, pretty homemade, because you don't want to give the impression that it's, set up in a studio and very scripted and like they're being fed lines. So you could even give people an outline of what they should talk about, but have them do it on their own phone, because then it really doesn't feel scripted. It feels like people picked it up and are just sharing their great experience that they've had with you. But you do want to give them a framework, so you want to have them talk about the issue they were having, what it was like working with you, and now what their life is like now that that's been solved, or they've met that goal that you've helped them achieve. The fourth video that you can be creating for your business is a video to be attached to your email signature. So many of us communicate with our business all the time with email. A lot of it is reaching out to people who are not familiar with us and don't know what we do. So being able to concisely summarize that, again, you want to focus it on what you can do for other people. People care about themselves. But having a little 1-minute video attached to that, people can click directly on it from the email and learn a lot more about you and what you're about and feel like they've met you in person for the very first time. So this is incredibly powerful. The fifth thing is content for Facebook ads or Instagram ads or YouTube ads. These are incredibly powerful. It's very scalable. If you have a really high converting ad, a lot of people are taking the action you want or doing business with you because of the ad, you can keep running it until you're no longer getting the desired results. That being said, it is incredibly challenging. The majority of people lose money running these Facebook ads, so this should be more of a long-term commitment to try out a whole bunch of ads, including, photo ads, text ads, video ads, because you never know precisely what is going to work the best. You want to go in with a solid plan, either working with someone or really knowing exactly what your client wants and responds to. That's really important, but it does take a lot of testing and some money doing those testing and time. But that is incredibly scalable once you figure out just the right ad that people respond to. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. I'm doing 100 videos in 100 days, so please subscribe and click the bell for notifications. I'm going to be constantly updating this page, and if you want to check out my work or my blog, that's at jacoblevideoproduction.com. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.